We are here outside of the Nashville Public Library this morning where a rally has started again. This is a major rally for three different conservative groups who are all protesting against new taxes that could possibly be coming to Davidson County as well as the Nashville area. Of course, this is happening outside of the Nashville Public Library, where inside you have the mayor's State of the Metro address happening at 10 o'clock this morning. Now, we do know that Americans for Prosperity is kind of hosting this, and that is, again, one of those conservative groups. We also have the Nashville Tea Party, as well as the Nashville GOP, that is the Republican Party here in the city. Now, this is a coalition of groups, and they are trying to stop property tax increases, demanding Mayor Freddie O'Connell to ditch the reckless, quote, reckless plan to jack up property taxes yet again here in Davidson County. Now, his campaign pitch was, "I want you to stay," and they're kind of saying that, well, hiking up all these taxes are asking people to get out. After punishing a 34% property tax spike in 2021, recent sales tax increase that is for the mayor's transit plan, they do say that this is threatening Nashville families, driving them to leave the city and turn out to other areas around Nashville. Again, you can hear them. We have a lot of people honking over here. It does look like we definitely might have had a little problem because we do have fast running water, and we don't know really where that came from. We're going to figure that one out, and I'll get back to you. But you can see over here, we have people dressed up in costumes. You can see this guy in a cow costume. He is saying that raising taxes is utterly stupid. Other things, we have a Grim Reaper out here. I don't know if you can see the Grim Reaper over here. He's kind of walking around. But a lot of people out here just do not want a property tax hike. This does come after the assessor's office just reappraised property value here in the city, a median 45% across Nashville. We're going to take a walk across here just to see if we can get there and maybe talk to some people over here. But again, I do have their press release in hand, and we're going to try to figure out also what happened over here. Not really sure about that. Let me jump across. We do have a bunch of groups also showing up. Again, this is happening at the same time that the mayor's State of the Metro address is
motioning for the city bus to come here and block it. No new taxes.
You can hear everyone say no new taxes, and this is as a lot of state representatives as well as city officials are kind of walking in at the same time. You can see them. These are some of our city officials. We have council members coming in here. This is all happening during the mayor's State of the Metro address. We do have the president of the GOP over here. They're all holding up signs. He's holding the sign that says "honk if you hate taxes." Again, you can see that we do also have a guy dressed up as the Grim Reaper.
The Nashville government is here.
And you can hear a lot of people have shirts on, no taxes. Over here, the signs.
They tried to flood us out. They tried to flood us out. The only manhole in the area with water, sewage coming out of it is right here. Our tax dollars at work. Thank you very much, Freddie.
There you heard it. And then we're also walking around. We do have some officials out here, police officials, also making sure that we're not blocking off the sidewalk here. This is the president of the Americans for Prosperity. You can hear, again, a lot of people saying no new taxes. You have anything to say?
Yeah, I got something to say. I think it's a ripoff. When we had the COVID-19, they raised the tax by 30.5%. My wife called and they said, "Oh, it's going to be only for a year." I think the city is growing and they get a lot more money. I think they need to get audited. They need to get a good audit and know where exactly go the money, because they're wasting money, and this city is going to become like Los Angeles or New York or Chicago, and people are gonna leave. So we need to fight for our right.
This is my husband. We need to know where our tax money is going, and we might need a Dodge in Nashville. Some type of a new committee like the federal, and we need to know our taxpayer, where our money is going, how it's spent. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna give you an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I got a house in 8th Street. It's been built on one lot, 4 houses. 5 years ago, they were getting $2,600 income from that lot. Now, because they built 4 houses, they got over $30,000 a year. So, and this is one lot, but there is thousands of lots like that. So where the money goes, this is the problem. I think it's a lot of corruption everywhere, not only in Washington, but every city needs to be audited.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Okay, you just heard it there. A lot of people are wondering, even what the taxes they're paying now, where is it going to? That is a big question for a lot of folks out here this morning. Again, we're going to kind of run up here. We have definitely a big crowd starting to show up. We also have a lot of people showing up for the mayor's State of the Metro address. You can see that people are going inside right now. Hey, sir. Yeah, of course. What do you want to say?
Hi.
Hi.
7 years ago, I purchased 3 homes here in Nashville, having been a California transplant. And I saw the taxes go up 37% a few years back. And in 2023, for example, one of my homes was valued at $730,000. If you go on Redfin now and you look at the value, it's $580,000. So values are softening. And I know this because I'm in the industry. I work for a multi-billion-dollar company in lending. And so I'm opposed to the increase in taxes because I've watched the value of one of my homes go down $150,000. You've already increased my property taxes 36%, 37%. Why are they going to do that again? Why are they considering that? So I would ask them to respectively not raise our taxes.
Can I get your name, sir?
Dirk Pierce.
And how do you spell that?
DIRKPIERCE.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, you just heard it there. He said that even though his property value has decreased on one of his properties that he owns, that his property taxes went up. And that was back in 2020 after the city raised the property taxes around 35%, and it could mean they could raise it even more because they were just reappraised. A lot of homes in Nashville, on average, 45% went up. So that is definitely a hike right there. But again, we're going to show everyone over here. We say, a lot of these signs say, hey, Freddie, take your property tax hike and shove it. We have a lot of people out here. You can hear a lot of honking as well. A lot of people driving around honking too. Again, a bunch of signs. So why are you dressed up as the Grim Reaper?
Because I'm representing the Nashville government. This is a Nashville taxpayer. We're taxing them to death.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Tax,
You heard it. He's dressed as the Grim Reaper because he is, I guess, saying that he is the Nashville government. So that is that. Again, we're going to walk over. You can show everyone here. Definitely a big group starting to show up here as the doors continue to stay open for the mayor's State of the Metro address. It's uncertain if he is going to discuss the concerns about the possibility that property taxes might rise here in the city, but we're going to stay on that as well. We're going to continue to show you guys around. Again, we have some people dressed up in costumes. You guys just saw the Grim Reaper over there, but now we have this guy dressed up as a cow saying that raising taxes is utterly stupid. What else do we have over here? Flags. Okay, we're kind of walking around trying to get a little feel of what we can say. I do want to talk to Pam. Hey, Pam. Can we talk to you real quick? We're live on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, digital stuff right now. Okay, so this is Pamela Fur. You are the president of the Americans for Prosperity.
I'm a grassroots director.
Director,
Americans
okay.
for Prosperity, Tennessee.
Yes, director. Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
I didn't know I got promoted.
You're welcome. Congratulations. Okay, so Pam, tell me a little bit about what we're doing out here this morning.
Oh, well, I mean, you've got citizens of Nashville who are protesting the idea of a 30% property tax hike, which the mayor and all the city council members seem to expect that's going to be the announcement today when the mayor presents his budget at his State of the Metro address today. So we're here to say, don't do this. No new taxes. We can't afford this anymore as taxpayers in Tennessee. You keep raising our taxes. Maybe, just maybe, think about pulling back on the spending instead of coming to us as an ATM.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the response and everyone showing up out here? Also, all of the cars, too, honking.
Well, I mean, this harkens back to our income tax fight many moons ago when we were honking horns around the Capitol. So I love hearing the horn honking. Most people work during this time, so the fact that we have as many people as we have out here today, it makes me realize this is something that people are very passionate about. So I'm very pleased with the turnout. Again, knowing that most people are working, most good conservative people are working. So I'm very pleased.
Yeah, and I know in this press release you did say that because of these property tax rates and then also taxes in general here in Nashville, a lot of people have moved out of this city. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, if you can't pay your property taxes and it's cheaper to live in Wilson County or Rutherford County or Dixon County or Sumner County, you know, even Williamson County in some cases, that's what we're facing. And if you want to make housing affordable, which is what the mayor has said over and over again, don't raise our property taxes. If you want to have affordable housing, allow the guy who moved to Nashville to dream big, allow them to live in affordable housing by keeping the property taxes low.
I know that that is one of his key topics in his City of the Metro today, is talking about affordable housing and how they can, you know, advance it and make it better.
Yeah.
Do you believe that raising property taxes would make it better? Or?
There is never a case where raising taxes makes anything better. It makes it harder on us because we're the ones paying the taxes. So, I think somebody should come up with a Doge for Metro City government and look at the things that we're spending money on and see if it's necessary or not. Scrap the unnecessary programs, pull back on some of the other programs, and if it's not working, get rid of it. Get rid of it.
I know last Friday the mayor said that he does want to recommend a property tax lower than the one that is currently in place. But he did mention or acknowledge that they are losing federal funding. Do you believe that, the lack of federal funding or the loss of this federal funding should fall on the taxpayers to cover that gap?
No, it should not. And what federal funding have we lost yet? Haven't seen it come to fruition yet. That's number one. And then number two, if you're talking about your transit plan, you raised our sales tax last year to pay for that. So if the federal government is not going to send money for that, then scrap the plan or put it on hold until you've raised enough money to pay for it yourself. But it doesn't have to be implemented tomorrow. Does that make sense? So that's what I believe. So I haven't seen any federal funding have any kind of effect on the general services that government is there for. And so that is making sure there's no potholes on your city streets, right? That's making sure that your garbage is picked up. That's making sure you have enough fire departments around, police department, and then education. And that's it. That's really all that government is supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah.
All these other programs are not necessary, not at the expense of me having to pay taxes. And I live here. I have skin in the game. And it's getting to the point where I may have to put my house up for sale and move to another county. And see, this affects other counties too, because you've got people in droves moving to those other counties, and they have to work with the infrastructure that they have. They're not necessarily prepared for an influx of people coming from Davidson County. Rutherford County can tell you that right off the bat. So if he raises property taxes, it will cause problems for all counties surrounding Nashville as well.
I noticed that a lot lot of the trucks are the ones that are honking.
Yeah.
And you were kind of mentioning that too. I mean, other people were too. Like a lot of these workers out here, they don't want their property taxes to go up. I mean, that's how you lose, I guess, jobs.
Yeah, and I won't name names, but let's just say a city employee who walked by here recently, just to make sure we're all doing what we're supposed to do, said, "I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here because I live in this city and I can't afford it either." And that's a Metro City worker. You will see some statistics that I gave you that shows I think it's about 45% of people who work for Metro government don't live in Nashville, don't live in Davidson County because they can't afford it.
Well, thank you so much. Again, this, guys, is Pamela Furr, the director. Grassroots director. Thank you so much. Of the Americans for Prosperity. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to it. You heard it right from her. A bunch of stuff about why they're out here this morning during the mayor's Metro State of the Metro address. Again, we are here on. I'm going to check the mic real quick. Okay, we are again here outside of the Nashville Public Library where we do have a rally going on. You can also see a lot of city officials kind of walking in for the mayor's State of the Metro address that is happening at 10 a.m. here this morning. I'm going to check my phone real quick to see if I have any updates from our digital producer, and then I'll get right back to you guys. But we're going to show you a little bit around what's happening. You can see people heading into the Nashville Public Library where this all is happening in about 10 minutes. We do have about 10 minutes until the mayor will start to deliver his State of the Metro address. And again, you can hear all of these people out here. You can hear now they're saying we need DOGE. We need DOGE, which is the Department of Government Efficiency. They want a DOGE of sorts here in Nashville for them to, I guess, kind of audit some of the spending and taxpayer spending that goes on here in the city of Nashville. We're going to show around a little bit more. I know that people are kind of walking through, and I don't want to really block anyone from getting to places. That is one thing that they were told. They can't block the entrances. So they do need to make sure, again, they are on the sidewalk and not in the way of getting in people's way. So far, so good. Haven't had any issues with that. Kind of walking down here, showing them a little bit more about what we got.
We need Doge.
You're right. We need Doge.
We need Doge. We need Doge. We need Doge. We need Doge. We need Doge. We need Doge.
Again, they were asking for a DOGE of sorts, which again is the Department of Government Efficiency, which is what the federal government is kind of doing right now, and cutting a lot of federal spending. But they want it to happen here in Nashville, kind of, making sure that what the taxpayers are spending their tax money on is what they want. And that is because these people are taxpayers who are out here. So this all comes after the city just reappraised a lot of these homes. Property values skyrocketed 45% on a median. But that is just again, the median average number. I know that in Green Hills and Bellevue area, you're seeing property value kind of go up to around 54%. So this is definitely a concern for many who think that because of that reappraisal that their property taxes are also going to go up when the state starts to readjust the tax rate. You can hear again, a lot of people are kind of driving by honking around here as well. We do have a pretty solid group of people out here kind of lining the street in front of the Nashville Public Library. These are the same groups that also protested during the state legislature a few years ago. They were out here protesting income tax because that was going to be considered in the legislature a few years ago. Now, I'm going to check my phone to see how we're doing, and we're going to get right back with you. The mayor's State of the Metro address is about to kick off at 10 a.m. We will have live coverage on that as well. Now, the mayor is expected to speak on a plethora of items, including the mayor is also expected to speak on a bunch of different things. We are uncertain if he is going to mention anything about the possibility of a property tax. I know that his budget is set to be released sometime today as well. We're going to make sure our audio is good. We're going to redo this real quick.
Oh, yeah. From cousin. Hey, I like to think we go walk inside and start yelling
Had to fix a little bit of an audio issue there. I'm not sure if we're still live. We're still out here. Hopefully we have some better audio, because we did realize that but
Thank you so much, Fox 79. You're my number one.
Oh, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, again, we are here outside of the Nashville Public Library, where this rally is really starting to heat up out here. We have 3 groups